Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, from wherever in the world you're joining us here today in Satsang and meditation for our weekly series, this on the chakras. And tonight we're focused on balancing the spiritual eye, the sixth chakra, the Ajna as it's referred to in its indigo mandala in Sanskrit. Just make yourself comfortable. We'll be doing some chanting. We'll be doing, obviously, some meditation. We're also celebrating a very special day. This is the Mahasamadhi of our Guru's Guru, the great Lahiri Mahashaya. And we have
him sitting with us
we
today.
have Lahiri with us here. Om Lahiri Om. So we're going to share a little bit of satsang on Lahiri, tell you a little bit about his life, and what he brought to the world, which was so unique and so powerful. It's almost beyond comprehension, quite frankly. But we'll get started on that here in just a moment. For now, we're going to have Lahiri sit here on our altar, of course, adorned by all of our gurus. Lahiri's great disciples sitting right here, Swami Sri Yukteswar, and of course our guru, who was a direct disciple of Sri Yukteswar, and Jesus and Babaji, and we're going to talk a little bit about why we have those two on our altar here tonight. We hope that you're comfortable and seated in a nice meditative position on the floor, in a chair. It really doesn't matter. What matters is that you have your spine erect, straight. This is our staff of life, as it's referred to in the Bible, and it's important that we keep that staff, that rod, perfectly straight, such that the energy, the life force that animates every atom of our being, the prana, as it's called in the Indian tradition, Chinese tradition, it's referred to as chi. However you choose to refer to it in whatever word, it means the same thing. It is the life force that animates all atoms in this plane of existence. And of course, we have a flow of that life force through our bodies, and it's in meditation that we're able to optimize that flow. It's able to bring about a higher state of consciousness, and we learn how to control that prana utilizing pranayams. Yama means control, prana, of course, life force, and we'll practice some of that this evening as well. We welcome your comments. We welcome your likes. We welcome you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Anka and I continue each week, as you can see here below in the ticker. We offer a Tuesday night healing circle each week at 7 p.m. Anka leads us in a wonderful theta healing, a 1 hour time to remove those obstacles, those old beliefs that are no longer serving our highest and best interests, and oftentimes that's old baggage that we still carry around, most of which we're not even aware we're carrying it. But when we're freed of it, we feel lighter, and more importantly, we expand and make space for higher knowledge, for all the joy that you so richly deserve to have in your life. So Tuesdays at 7. Tomorrow morning, as is the case for every Thursday at 10 a.m., we enjoy a gentle yoga with theta healing that Anka leads us. So again, no prior experience is necessary. Just show up and tune in and connect to your divine nature. We're going to start tonight with a song, Sanatam Kaur, one of our favorites. We hope that you'll join along with us. It's a very simple song, actually. I'll show you the words here on the screen. The song is called Long Time Sun, and it's a very simple tune, and we'll repeat it several times together. What's important as we sing these songs, that we take them inward. We lift our gaze to the sixth chakra, the Ajna, or what's often referred to as the Christ center, the spiritual eye. We'll talk more about that a little bit later, but for now, let's energize that spiritual eye with Long Time Sun. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Again, guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Just sing Om together. Om. You know, long time sun, it's really a metaphor. The ancient truth, the light, you know, the sun is the source of all life on our planet, of course. Without it, nothing could survive. And so it is that we use the sun as a metaphor for the ultimate life, for the infinite life. And as we can draw on that sun, as we can become one with that sun, as we can allow our entire life to be guided onward by that light, then we become the saints who we truly are. See, it's the delusion in this dimension of duality that leads us to believe that we are only human, that we are only these physical forms that come in for one lifetime, and we do the best we can to make the most of life, and then there's the big question, what happens afterwards? And of course, I haven't met many people who could answer that question out of direct experience, except enlightened masters who live in that pure light. Jesus, Krishna, Rama, any of these great gurus on our altar, any great saint of all religions have shown us the way. And so it is that we were given a path brought to America 100 years ago by Paramahansaji, Gurudev, Anka and I, and for some of you, your guru, your master, who has overcome the limitations of the egoic self to become one with that infinite light, whose life was guided by that inner sun. And it was Yogananda that brought to this world Kriya Yoga, brought to the West. And it was his guru's guru, Lahiri Mahashaya, born September 30th, 1828. Left the body September 26th. So this week we're celebrating both his birth and his death in that physical form in the 1800s. And it was at the age of 33 in 1861 in the foothills of the Himalayas in the northeast of India, in a small village called Raniket, that Babaji was reunited with that Lahiri was reunited with his great guru, the Maha-Avatar Babaji. The story of that is fascinating only from the standpoint that Lahiri was a great householder. He raised 5 children. He had 2 sons who themselves had achieved the pinnacle of spiritual advancement, and 3 daughters. Not much is known about the 3 daughters, quite frankly. But with those 5 children and his loving wife, he worked in the government rail system in accounting. And mysteriously, he was called to be transferred to this outpost, far removed from the normal hustle and bustle of the cities that he had worked in. And it was very odd that he would be transferred instantly to this small outpost where there wasn't much work at all for him to do. So he spent his days meandering through the foothills of the Himalayas until one lunchtime afternoon he heard his name being called. Lahiri, come to me. He could hear that voice. Following that voice as he did, climbing up this steep, rocky footpath on a mountain of Dhanagiri, he came to this ledge that housed a very narrow opening of a cave, and standing outside that cave was this golden avatar. Long hair of copper red color, very fair skin. Many believed looked very much like a young Lahiri. Lahiri, you've come back to me, he said. And there it was that on that day, in 1861, Lahiri Mahashaya reunited in the very same cave that he had left in the prior incarnation to reunite with his Gurudev, Mahavatar Babaji. Lahiri would say, remember that you belong to no one and that no one belongs to you. Reflect that someday you'll suddenly have to leave everything in this world. So make the acquaintance of God now. He said, prepare yourself for the coming astral journey, riding daily in a balloon of divine perception. He only is wise who devotes himself to realizing, not reading only the ancient revelations, but experiencing them. He said, solve all your problems through meditation. Exchange the unprofitable speculations for actual God communion. And so it was that he began his own life journey, culminating in grooming the great avatar of our age, Paramahansa Yogananda, to come to the West and bring the ancient science of Kriya Yoga to us. Yogananda had said that Kriya Yoga is a very simple psychological method by which human blood is decarbonated and recharged with oxygen. Now we know, of course, when you inhale, you're bringing in O2. This is the dominant life-giving gas, oxygen, in the air we breathe. It's carried in through the arterial system, our blood, exchanged in the lungs to the cells of the body. And when the oxygen is taken, it's carbonated and it becomes carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide. And it's that carbon atom that's added and then moved through the venous system of our body back to the lungs to become reoxygenated. And so the cycle continues on and on. Yogananda said the atoms of the extra oxygen are transmuted into life current to rejuvenate the brain and the spinal centers, the energy centers in the spine, the chakras. By stopping the accumulation of venous blood, in other words, when you can remove the carbon from the carbon dioxide, you're helping the heart do its job. The heart doesn't have to keep pumping that blood throughout your system to reoxygenate it. He says the yogi is able to lessen or actually prevent the decay of tissues and the stress put on one's heart. The advanced yogi transmutes his cells into pure energy. So it was that, as Yogananda had reported, the great Mahavatar Babaji spoke to Lahiri Mahashaya during that initial meeting and initiated him into Kriya, the ancient science. Babaji said, the Kriya Yoga that I'm giving to the world through you, Lahiri, in this 19th century, is a revival of the same science that Krishna gave millennia ago to Arjuna, his great disciple, and was later known to Patanjali, the great sage of Ashtanga Yoga, Christ himself, St. John, St. Paul, and the other disciples, all of them yogis. And if you look back, in the 5th century A.D., the great sage Tirumular, who has been called the greatest Siddha the world has ever known. Siddha is one who has mastered the yogic practices and takes on great powers. This great Siddha, he wrote in verse 2173 in the Vedas, course the breath through the Irda and Pingula channels while seated comfortably in the proper posture, and direct the breath blissfully within. From the root at the base of the spine, direct the energy upward. Verily you will see the feet of the Lord, that is timeless eternity. In essence, he was talking about Kriya Yoga, the ancient science. As Babaji had initiated Lahiri Mahashaya on that day in 1861, he had chartered Lahiri to bring this ancient science back into the modern world. See, it had been lost for centuries. Mankind had gone through the Dark Ages, the Middle Ages, the ages of horrible wars, horrible diseases. Kali Yuga is the era referred to as such. And it was time for mankind to be given the ancient sciences known for millennium. taught by Jesus to his own disciples, taught by Krishna to Arjuna, as he said to Arjuna in the Bhagavad Gita, offering the inhaling breath into the outgoing breath, and offering the outgoing breath into the inhaling breath, the yogi neutralizes both these breaths. He thus releases the life force from the heart and brings it under his direct control. In the same language as Tirumular in the 5th century had said, the inhalation breath through the left channel of the energy spine, referred to as the irda, this is where your inhalation breath, the prana, flows through the energy body. Exhalation breath is down through the channel referred to as the pingula. And this is what's referred to in the Gita by Krishna speaking to his disciple Arjuna. And when one can balance the inhalation with the exhalation breath, when you can bring them into perfect coherence, you will achieve the state of breathlessness. And some of you, I'm certain, have had that experience. I certainly have. The simple practice, not so simple, but the practice of Hang Sa will give you an opportunity to experience breathlessness. And I'm not talking about holding your breath. I'm talking about removing the necessity for breathing. I know it may sound far-fetched, and I realize that given our current state of understanding, that very few can comprehend the reality that they are saints. You are saints. You are a saint. You're having a human experience. And the human experience is finite and limited to the 5 sense perceptions that you have, the instruments you have to relate to the outer world. But what about all of what's happening that is beyond your 5 senses to resolve? Your eyes only see 2% of the electromagnetic spectrum. What of the 98% that exists around you that you do not see? And so it goes with your hearing, with your taste, your touch, your smell. Our experience in the physical world through the 5 senses is so limited. When we can go beyond the senses, when we can withdraw the energy from going outward through the senses to experience the outer world and draw it inward into the center of our energy body, our astral spine, and we can concentrate with complete determination, full attention made at the point between the eyebrows, watching that breath rise through the left channel of the irda, and equally unattached, watching it going down in exhalation through the pingula, as you can remove yourself and just become the observer of that process. You can free yourself from the limitations of breath itself. Now, I understand this is something that would require great practice. And I will say that I have met and have spent time with those living in physical forms right now, today, who have demonstrated this capability. Our Gurudev Yogananda had demonstrated that time and again when here in the United States. It's not a parlor trick. It's one of the greatest realities that we have when we come to realize that we are not limited as we believe we are. So it is that we've been given a great gift, the greatest gift one can ever imagine, the gift of immortality. Not to say in the material sense that this material body wants to live forever and ever and ever, but there is life after death. There is a consciousness that permeates every cell of your existence, that is birthless, that is deathless. When you shed that mortal coil, that physical body, your consciousness continues on into a dimension referred to as the astral realm. A realm beyond the physical limitations of duality. A realm where energy is the dominant characteristic, not duality, as is the case of the physical material realm. And so it is that Kriya is the most advanced meditative technique that Yogananda brought through the grace of his Guru, Lahiri Mahashaya. Through his Param Guru, Lahiri Mahashaya. And here you are, Lahiri, a great householder, like us, 5 children, a wife, a job, living in Varanasi, initiating thousands into the practice of Kriya. We have so much thanks to give. And today we dedicate our meditation, our chanting, and our satsang on the great Lahiri Mahashaya. In 1895, Lahiri began to gather his disciples in Varanasi, letting them know that he would soon be leaving his body. See, the great masters who have transcended the limitations of thought, of mind, of ego, of materialism, they choose when they will have the conscious exit from the material form. It's called Maha Samadhi, the great union. Reuniting the little wave with the infinite ocean. And they choose when that moment's going to happen. They know when that moment's going to happen. As did Lahiri. Moments before his passing, he looked at his disciples and said, "I'm going home. Be comforted. I shall rise again." He then turned his body around 3 times, faced north, and consciously left his body, entering Mahasamadhi. Lahiri Mahashaya died on the 26th of September in 1895. But he lives on. It wasn't but 3 days after his material form had been cremated on the banks of the Ganga at the Manikarnika Ghat in Varanasi that he manifested in physical form to 3 of his disciples in 3 different cities around India. And he has been seen by other disciples as recently as 15 years ago. Again, a great yogi isn't limited by the physical realm. We are surrounded by our ancestors, by the great fairies, by the great angels. We are not alone. You are never alone. Situated in the middle of our forehead, linking our 2 eyebrows, is this portion of our anatomy in the prefrontal lobe of our brain, referred to as our spiritual eye. Our 6th chakra. Now, last week we talked about the Vishuddha, the 5th chakra in the throat. The week before, the 4th chakra. And on it went. So we've been going through this. Next week, join us, because we're going to have a wonderful satsang on the 7th chakra, the reuniting of our consciousness with the infinite ocean of bliss, our ultimate destiny. We'll talk more of that next week, so be sure to join us. But this spiritual eye is represented in the Sanskrit mandala as the Ajna mandala. It's indigo in color. In the center of that mandala is the symbol for Om, Ajna translates roughly as beyond wisdom, beyond the material. This third eye is the gate that leads us from our own physical sense into the inner realms and spaces of the highest consciousness. It is the portal through which we will transcend as we complete our journey in this lifetime. It's referred to in the Indian tradition as the Krishna center or Katushka. In Christian tradition, it's the Christ center. But it is the seat of highest awareness in the physical body. And it's here that we can experience our true divine nature in a very physical way. This is why we practice when we meditate to lift our gaze at the point between the eyebrows. This is why we say, let's concentrate with absolute determination and devotion with an open heart to reunite our little sense of I-ness with the infinite sense of the divine soul. When this chakra is fully activated, both the spheres of our brain become in coherence. They enjoy synchronicity. The right hemisphere, dealing in creativity and synthetic thinking, is integrated and balanced with the left hemisphere's logical and analytical mind. We become one. We become whole. Physically, this sixth chakra influences the organs of our eyes, our nose, our central nervous system, our brain, and our pituitary gland, which controls so many aspects of our growth, our hormones. The vibration that's resonant to this sixth chakra is that of Om. As you meditate tonight, you want to balance this chakra. Visualize the color indigo. Visualize light at this seat of highest awareness. Imagine, if you can, and listen deeply within, not just the two outer ears, but the inner ear. Listen for that vibratory sound of creation. Om. The element of this chakra is light. The sense is intuition, clairvoyance. It allows you to see beyond the limitations of the two eyes. You know, the Bible had said, let thine eye be single. It's talking about the spiritual eye. You want to see the answers to any problems in life? Focus your gaze at the point between the eyebrows. Chant Om, Om, Om. Or any of these chants we'll do tonight. The astrological signs associated with the sixth chakra are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And the crystals, as one could imagine, would be those that are relevant to the violet color. You might see that in this amethyst crystal here we have on our little workbench. Or lapis lazuli, a blue turquoise color. Quartz crystal, sapphire. When this spiritual eye is open, it will help to manifest peace in your life. A deep sense of peace. The kind of peace that is immutable. No one can take that away from you. No one. We see beyond the physical. We cut through the illusion that is life, the duality that limits our way of thinking, our way of being. It's the foundation for our psychic powers. When you open this spiritual eye, you can see the vibratory energies of your own energy body. You can see the aura fields of others. When you're balanced in this sixth chakra, you can have complete control over your life, and you'll find that you'll not lack any courage whatsoever. You'll become fearless in undertaking any task that you choose. You'll have confidence in your own abilities and know that it all comes from within, the attunement that you will feel with the infinite ocean of resources that God brings to you. When it's not balanced, of course, you'll find physically you'll have ailments, sinus problems, headaches, earaches. If you're experiencing nightmares, bad dreams, recurring, you have chronic nightmares, migraines, imbalance in the sixth chakra. Lack of clarity, or if you find yourself overanalyzing everything, having trouble coming to one singular conclusion or path. If you lack concentration, if you feel fatigue when you think about things spiritual, if you feel depressed or are prone to any form of panic attacks. And lastly, if you're unable to discern what is coming from you versus what is coming for you through the highest guidance that God brings. So what can you do about it? Quite frankly, there are aids that can help you to align your energy to your sixth chakra. There are 6 qualities. In the Sanskrit, they're referred to as paramitras. 6 qualities that one should master to unlock the sixth chakra's full potential. Begins with giving. Give to others. Give freely. Your love, your compassion, your kindness, your help, your money, your food, your support. Giving to others. Always acting in moderation. How you eat in moderation. The activities that you undergo, do them in moderation. No extremes. Practice patience. Very important quality to master. Patience. Perseverance. Never give up. Never give up. You know the only difference between you and any of the great saints or sages of any religion that you know of, St. Francis, Jesus, Buddha, any, is they never gave up. Like you, they had to work through the issues of duality, the issues of the physical limitations. They had to transcend, and they did it by never giving up. Concentration. The ability to withdraw your attention from all the myriad of things that are drawing it outside of yourself through the 5 senses. The media, all the activities going on in life, pulling you away from your own center. To draw all of that energy back and align it into the center of your energy body and upward to the seat of highest awareness in the physical body, the 6th chakra. And focus it on your divine nature. Focus it on God in whatever form and whatever language works for you in your culture, in your norms. but the ability to concentrate your attention at the point between the eyebrows is critical. Once done, you tap into the source of infinite wisdom. You know, Guru David said that all knowledge is rooted in the infinite. There is no unknown. Everything is known. Maybe not to us. Mankind is still discovering things in his or her own way. We're still trying to sort through the notion of the quantum realm, a realm that is unpredictable, that's quite messy. It's not so tidy as the linear classical world that we've grown accustomed to. But as we can master these qualities, giving, moderation, patience, perseverance, concentration, and wisdom, we will find our advancement toward our ultimate goal in life, the reason we're here, to remember and experience our own divine nature in these bodies, in this lifetime, can and will be realized. You can practice some simple things anytime at home, laying flat on your back, lengthening the spine, placing a crystal at the point between the eyebrows, an amethyst crystal, best. The vibration and the frequency brings great coherence to that field to help align that spiritual eye. You can visualize a light of indigo color at the point between the eyebrows. You could also, and I often do this myself, I visualize a candle flame. I look at that flame behind closed lids. Try it right now. Sit upright just for a moment. Let's try something together. And with the chin level with the floor and the gaze gently closed, lifting your gaze slightly upward without tilting your neck. It's as if you're gazing out at a distant mountaintop. And feel the breath. Feel the abdomen extending outward as you're inhaling. Don't try to control it. Just observe it. And as you exhale, observe how the abdomen wants to collapse back toward the back of your spine. Take a couple of deep breaths and exhale them completely. And just observing that breath, and with the gaze uplifted now at the point between the eyebrows, see if you can visualize a candle flame. See that flame flickering in the darkness behind closed lids. And as you're inhaling, imagine that breath gently blowing on that flame, oxygenating it and making it brighter. Just observe that flame, that light at the point between the eyebrows. And with each inhalation breath, see that flame as it's growing brighter, as it's flickering and creating this halo of light behind closed lids, the point between the eyebrows. Now as you inhale next, mentally and silently chant Om as you draw that breath up to further illuminate that glowing light of that candle flame behind closed lids. Om. Om. 2 more breaths silently on your own. And when you're ready, come back into the body. Just begin to gently move the fingers, the hands, bring some motion perhaps into the feet. Gently opening the eyes. In a matter of just a short couple of minutes, observing that flow of life force in the body and lifting that up through the attention given, concentrating it at the point between the eyebrows, visualizing that flame and the oxygen of the breath feeding that flame, creating a brighter light between the eyebrows behind closed lids, and the vibration, the resonant frequency of Om, vibrating in coherence with that spiritual eye. Suddenly, you're bringing balance into that chakra, that energy center. And now, from that place, you can go about your life into the physical world and solve the problems with a greater sense of clarity and commitment and courage and compassion. Practice that in your daily life. Don't snap to try to give an answer the moment it's asked at school or at work or at home, your children, your spouse, your significant other. Give yourself that moment to connect to your highest nature, and then proceed to come forward from that place and begin to realize that you are tuning your consciousness with the infinite source, the infinite life, the infinite love, the infinite peace, the infinite wisdom that resides within you, your own portable paradise, and accessible to you any time of day or night for free. Couple other ideas you might consider. Sandalwood. It's a great incense to burn. We're burning some here now in the temple. It's a great oil to use on the body. This is a balancing frequency in alignment to the 6th chakra. You want to tune your spiritual eye. You feeling a bit out of balance? Use sandalwood. You got a headache sometime? Use sandalwood. Echinacea, ginseng, eggplant. I'm not an eggplant fan personally. You notice the color of eggplant. But it does have the resonant vibration that's in coherence to the 6th chakra. I love ginseng, echinacea. These again are great elements to utilize in opening your third eye. Other aromatherapy oils that are readily available: lavender, gardenia, rosemary. You can cook with those. You can add a drop in water and drink it. Some simple solutions you can use in life: both pranayama, visualization, chanting, the vibratory sound of creation, aromatherapy, other food types to take into the body that will help align your spiritual eye and awaken it. Thank you for your great comments. Pam, it's great that you're here. Thank you for joining us, and that you're tuning in and taking this in. Gina, it's great to see you two out in, our friend out in Florida. Wayne in Bali. Wow. My brother. We got to spend some time years back on meditation, and very sweet of you to say this. Very sweet. Oh, Chris, Mr. Diltz, when are you going to come visit us? Yes, it's great to have you here as well. I want to thank all of you. What a great opportunity to grow and to share these great principles together. You truly are all appreciated. And so we have some time here to meditate together, roughly 25 minutes. We're going to do a couple of chants. We're going to begin with a song, another great song, I believe. Oh, let's do Remind Me. Yeah, this was this Jaya Lakshmi and Ananda, or?
This was Swami Nirvanananda.
Oh, Swami Nirvanananda, a beautiful song. Remind me, my Lord, who I am. And what a great thing for us all to work on remembering, yes? Let me see. I don't have the words available right here, but they're very simple words. It's very, very simple. Remind me, my Lord. Remind me, my Lord. Remind me, my Lord, who I am. Remind me, my Lord. Remind me, my Lord. Remind me, my Lord, who I am. I am Om. I am Om. I am Om. Eternal Om. Again, I am Om. I am Om. Eternal Om. Remind me, my Lord. Remind me, my Lord. Remind me, my Lord, who I am. Remind me, my Lord. Remind me, my Lord. Remind me, my Lord, who I am. I am truth. I am truth. I am truth. Real truth. I am truth. I am truth. Real truth. Remind me, my Lord. Remind me, my Lord. Remind me, my Lord, who I am. Join me. Remind me, my Lord. Remind me, my Lord. Remind me, my Lord, who I am. I am peace. I am peace. I am peace. World peace. I am peace. I am peace. World peace. Remind me, my Lord. Remind me, my Lord. Remind me, my Lord, who I am. Remind me, my Lord. Remind me, my Lord. Remind me, my Lord, who I am. Bliss. I am bliss. I am bliss. Divine bliss. I am bliss. I am bliss. Divine bliss. Remind me, my Lord. Remind me, my Lord. Remind me, my Lord, who I am. Remind me, my Lord. Remind me, my Lord. Remind me, my Lord, who I am. I am love. I am love. I am love. Pure love. I am love. I am love. Pure love. I am Om. I am Om. Eternal Om. I am truth. I am truth. Pure truth. I am peace. I am peace. World peace. I am bliss. I am bliss. Divine bliss. Remind me, my Lord. Remind me, my Lord. Remind me, my Lord, who I am. Let's just take that inward for a moment. Lifting that gaze up to the point between the eyebrows. That spiritual eye that enables you to see far beyond the limitations of the physical form. Enables you to know your true, real nature, the divine nature. Open that spiritual eye and see the truth that you are a saint having a human experience. The gaze uplifted, the point between the eyebrows, just observe the breath as it rises and falls. Relinquishing any and all control, just impartial observation. Become that intelligent observer that you are. And lift all that energy up to that point between the eyebrows, the seat of highest awareness in the physical body. You are love, pure love. You are peace, world peace. Remind yourself in this meditation, repeating your own mantra over and over again, reminding yourself you are divine bliss, pure love, eternal Om. Awaken that spiritual eye so that you can see the truth. Free yourself of those limiting beliefs, the delusion, that veil of Maya that would have you separate yourself from the infinite bliss of the Divine Lord. Let's take a couple of moments now in our meditation to visualize others that are in our lives that are in need of our healing energy, and with the opened spiritual eye that we've worked on balancing this evening, let's visualize them at that point between the eyebrows, surrounded by that white, radiant, healing light. See them happy, healthy. Visualize them open and receptive. And with that image held at the point between the eyebrows, bring your hands together in pranam over your heart and join me in this healing prayer. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, friend, beloved God, great masters of self-realization, saints and sages of all religions, humbly we bow at your feet. Divine Mother, thou art omnipresent. Thou art in all thy children. Manifest thy healing presence in these bodies, minds, and souls. And rubbing your hands together to energize your life force. And on the waves of 3 ohms, send out that conscious cosmic healing energy to those visualized at the point between the eyebrows, that they too may enjoy healthy bodies. Om. let's all together on one more wave of Om send out to everybody in this beautiful planet of ours, that they may too awaken in the truth that they are pure love, that they are pure light, that they are pure joy. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Amen. As we're closing our evening satsang, Anka and I just would like to express our sincere gratitude that you would choose to spend this time in such a way, that you would choose consciously to use your life, your energy, your love, your consciousness to uplift yourself and the world. And we thank you for that. None of us need to remind each other that the world certainly needs some uplifting, and that you are warriors in this world, not in the physical go to battle with weapons and destruction of mind, but warriors of love and truth and light. That as you uplift yourself, you change everyone around you. You be the change that you wish to see in the world. Live the life that you deserve to live. Practice the presence of God. Remind yourself who you are. And when life begins to grab you and pull you down, stop just for a moment. Close the eyes. Lift the gaze at the point between the eyebrows. Activate your spiritual eye. See things with clarity and compassion and divine purpose. And be that change that you wish to see in the world. We thank you so much for your presence in this world, and we trust that you'll share it with all that you meet. And let's just close with this last prayer together, bringing the hands in pranam, and let's seek the assistance of Lahiri and all these great masters. Join me in this closing prayer. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, friend, beloved God, Lord Jesus Christ, Bhagavan Krishna, Mahavatar Babaji, Lahiri Mahashaya, Swami Shri Yukteswar, Paramahansa Yogananda Ji, saints and sages of all religions, humbly we bow at your feet. Divine Mother, may your love shine forever on the sanctuary of our devotion, and may we be able to awaken that love in hearts everywhere. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Amen. Namaste, my brothers and sisters.
Namaste.
Thank you all. Jan, it's good to see you in art. John, such a pleasure. Pam again, Gina, Wayne, Chris, all of you. And I want to remind all of you that we are opening the Temple of Joy here for our Tuesday healing circle and our Wednesday satsang meditation to a limited number of people. We limit it to 5. So we have the chairs sitting here. There are those that come. You must wear a mask. Namaste to you as well, Pam. But please join us if you like. Dennis, good to see you. For those that are local, John over in Carlsbad, Dennis here locally,
And the
if
chairs are set apart, so there's enough distance between each other. That's why we said we're limited to 5. So just let us know in advance, and it would be nice to see you here too.
yeah, we have it set up to make it safe. And that's why we do ask, though, that you RSVP and let us know that you would come. We do limit it to 5. So once we have 5 RSVPs, then we cut it off. It's nice now to have some people physically here, as well as all of you virtually with us around the world. And again,
and yoga on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific time. We're doing the healing room upstairs, and we don't really let people into the home. But so that's just online. But if you want to join us for that, tomorrow is going to be the 6th chakra. Again, we're opening the spiritual eye even more. So if you can join us, please do.
blessings to all of us. May we all uplift this world in a good, wonderful, joyful, healthy, prosperous way. May we all work together to overcome the challenges that we are faced with on so many dimensions. Now's the time, as Guru David said, to plant the seeds of success during the most difficult of times. Remember, everything is happening for us, not to us. And what we do with it will determine the ultimate outcomes for us. So go out in love and light, and we hope to see you soon again. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Leave more comments. Likes are always welcomed. Share the videos. They're all recorded. They're on our Facebook, on our website, caseyandonka.net. And again, we hope to see you next week. We're going to be in the 7th chakra next week. And for those that can join us, 10 a.m. tomorrow morning for a wonderful yoga and theta class in our healing center here, led by my life partner, Anka. Again, blessings to you all.
And
Thanks.
let us know what else you'd like to see. So next week we'll end our chakra series, and after that, let us know what would be helpful for you. What topic are you interested in? What do you need help with in your life at this time? Namaste.
Namaste.